Alright, guys. So, throughout the whole Trump deal, I've met quite a few people who are Christian, who I happen to disagree with, but they're at least decent people because they're honest and they uh, call out Trump for who he is. He's fake. He's not a Christian at all. So it's how you can tell that there's these nationalist people that are like using Christianity to like make fascism become true. And it's like a power grab type thing. And many countries have done this throughout history. Religion is a way to, for many, to like subdue the masses, to brainwash them, to use it in order to like control. And those who see it, and it's so obvious, are pretty pissed off, rightfully so. But there's more. So I'm going to have to go into some specifics here and kind of lay it out a little bit so it makes more sense. So I shouldn't have to explain. Freedom of speech and religion is included in that as a massive part of the U.S. Constitution. It's kind of what we were founded on. It's integral to what it means to be an American. Should be what it means to be any country, but I digress. So an Oklahoma governor is paid $147,000 per year. Sounds about accurate, or what you would expect. It's not like insanely high or anything, so why am I bringing it up? Because there's one man who's paid even more than that in Oklahoma. Just one. His name is Ryan Walters. You've probably never heard of him before. I hadn't. He is a state superintendent of schools who was appointed who appointed a terrorist group, Libs of TikTok, to the school library panel, although she doesn't live there, and neither does any children that she may have. So already there's some shadiness going on. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Especially Libs of TikTok. Weird. Ryan is also the Secretary of Education there. He is paid $164,000 per year. He gets both salaries simultaneously, which is kind of unheard of. He approved a $6 million deal to ensure the Bible is in every single classroom. There's 1,720 schools and 96 private schools in Oklahoma. He mandated that they had to include a leather binding, the Pledge of Allegiance, the Declaration of Independence, the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and they had to be the King James versions of both the Old and New Testament. So, for one, this is unconstitutional. It goes against what I already covered. You can't do that. It's illegal. That out of the way, there's coincidentally only one Bible out of all of the massive amounts of Bibles that are printed that meets the requirements for all of those criteria. And you probably know where I'm going, but this is so fucking obvious. The Bible that Donald Trump tried to sell people in order to use their Christian nationalism, and in this case it is because he tried to fuse the Bible and other elements of being a U.S. citizen, or like being a patriot, so to speak, all into one thing. So there's like a shady backdoor deal that Trump made with this guy, Ryan Walters, in order to make a shit ton of money. He's he's like making a mockery of fucking Christianity, which I do all the time, but it's different when you're pretending like you're one of them. You're lying. You're bullshitting and like preying on people's beliefs in order to fucking make tons of money, and that's fucked up. So let me get where I was here. Oh, in this Bible that Trump is selling and has been selling for a little while now, he put the exact date of the failed assassination attempt on him in the Bible as the day God intervened. So, some things about this Bible that are interesting and tell you a little something about who Trump is. Out of all of the shit he talks. Now, he sucks the dick of Vladimir Putin, which is already something to be concerned about. He's essentially a fucking he's Putin knows that he's a narcissist, and Putin uses that. And all he's got to do is like make Trump feel like he's important, and Putin can do whatever he wants. But that's beside the point. That's a whole different subject. So the point I was going with there is Trump talks shit about China more than anything. It's like it's his big issue that he always, that and like the border is his things. But he always talks shit about China and like how they're fucking us on trade and all of that. It's why he has like the freaking 60% tariff on China and 10% tariff on everyone else. It's like protectionism, which is shown economically to never work because he's a fucking moron. So, beside that, out of all of the shit he's talked, the Bible is printed in Hangzhou, China. So he specifically set up the former tariffs when he started the whole trade war with China to avoid this. They obviously they do not include Bibles. And that's because he had planned already to make money off of this. He does not give a fuck about the American people. All he cares about is making money for himself. And he uses people and lies to them in order to do so. And also to make his buddies rich or more wealthy. Definitely does not give a fuck about the working class or the middle class. I promise you that. So, there's a little bit more here. Each copy of Trump's Bibles costs about $2.85 to make. He charges $59.99 for each. That's a 2,100% markup. I shouldn't need to explain any more. Now, retards will be like, yeah, that's how business is done. You charge more. You don't charge 2,100% what it costs to make it. Everything over $2.85 is profit. That is just absolute fucking robbing people. And fucking morons fall for this shit. Now, probably because there were enough people who actually had a brain and wouldn't buy the fucking things because it's a ripoff and a scam, he found a way to sell them by using the fucking government instead of having to sell them directly to individuals. And he used Ryan Walters to do so. So not only is it unconstitutional, and he's trying to mandate Christianity to children. And by the way, he also included, because you might go, okay, well, he's putting a Bible in every classroom in Oklahoma, but that doesn't mean that he's mandating Christianity. No, they actually made it to where it is required that they teach Christianity in those schools, which is, again, unconstitutional. And this is what people meant, and everybody was saying, not everybody, but MAGA type people were saying that it's like you're being crazy or whatever. Not to me, but everyone who said it. That democracy is on the line. And this is what we meant. He's literally, the funny thing is that people on the right tend to be the people that always fucking scream about freedom of speech, and they always scream about the Constitution and how important it is to protect it at all costs. And now Trump is destroying freedom of speech, taking away freedom of religion, and he's trampling the Constitution. He's a fascist. Any legitimate, decent Christian should be fucking pissed off about this. We'll see if they are, or if they even hear about it, if this is even covered. Thank you for your time.